she's just a remarkable filly, you know, the way she does it. So it's, I mean, she's great for racing. And Rachel, she's totally different type of horse. I mean, Rachel's speed, you know, she's like, you know, come catch me. You know, she was definitely very short for her last race. She still ran well. You know, Zenyatta and her, I think a mile and a 16th would probably be a distance where we keep them, you know, pretty close. But you just don't know if you know, Rachel's going to be the same filly as last year, because she ran, you know, she ran pretty hard. She had some tough racing.
Is there any sense? Does she look sour or over the top? Or?
No, I think they got her ready sort of quick, you know, trying to get her ready. And I think that Zardana, she's a nice filly, and you know, they took her off. You don't know what you have on the synthetic. And all of a sudden you get them on that, it's like taking off their rubber boots and you're gone, you know. And so the thing about synthetics is they mess up the jockeys more than anything else. They don't know what to do. They leave there, they grab them. It's like a turf race. Just sit and go instead of let a horse use its natural speed. So, and it changes from day to day. Depends on the weather, the heat, or whatever. So when that happens, just like out here, some of the preps, you know, they went 3/4 and 1:13 and 3. Well, sort of, you can't really, you can't learn anything from that. Well, they have to cut into. They all sprint home, so whoever sprints home. So it can really, you leave here shaking your head. But you know, Zenyatta, you know, she's like Midnight Lude and Lucky. They're just great horses, and they just take their track with them.
You got Bullfighter running today. How come it took him so long to get to the races?
He had an issue that needed like 8 months, like a soft tissue issue, and so we, you know, that's the thing about synthetics. A lot of soft tissue, so you got to give them a lot of time off. So we gave him, I think I gave him a year. He's doing well.
He's been training really well in the mornings. What are you expecting in the afternoon today?
He better win. It's a good spot for him, and
that's the instructions you give to Martine. You better win.
Martine is great. He does whatever I tell him, and he's a rising star. He's a good kid.
And he's winning 30% of the time for you, so.
But I mean, he's smart though. He's really smart, and you know, he told me his life story today. It's incredible.
He worked at a sandwich shop, right?
No, but I mean, in Mexico, he doesn't know his mother, his father, and just left him there with a grandma. I think his mother was like 14 or 15 when she had him, and just took off. His grandmother raised him. He had to quit school at 11 to support the grandmother. Just a good kid. I mean, and he is so sincere, and he's very appreciative. When he gets off, when he wins, he just tells me over like 10 times, "Thank you so much for helping me." I mean, he really appreciates, you know, and so, and it's great, and he's fun to win with. You know, when we win a race, because I'll tell him, you know what, I think, let's do this and this and that. I think that might work. And when it works, we come back and he goes, "Oh man, it worked out perfect," you know. So it's like, and he's really good out of the gate. He can finish well. You know, he's still needs a little polishing, you know, how to sit a horse. You know, he's not the prettiest on a horse yet, but he'll get there, and I think he's going to be a superstar. And so,
you know,
down the road.
He and Garrett, is that who you're riding mostly?
Yeah. I mean, Garrett he doesn't like to be on the lead. He doesn't feel comfortable. Like Jerry Bailey was that way too. You know, to them it's not, anybody can be in the lead. You know, Garrett likes to sit, and he likes to pounce. He likes to sit in a spot. That's why I put him on Lucky. You know, and so he's very, you know, he analyzes the race. He knows everybody in the race. So the other day, what Garrett did is, when he almost got dropped, he could have easily started chasing the leaders. He didn't. He just let the horse just get his, you know, it had to have scared the horse, you know. Just let the horse settle. Just, hey, take it easy, boy. You know, you're okay. Get his feet under him again, and then he just decided. Then he let him swing on the outside, because he could have easily panicked and started chasing. It would have been a disaster for him. But it was pretty. It was a scary moment, because that could have really, you know, if he would have gone down, that would have really set us back.
He looks like Jerry sometimes in the stretch when they're looks like he carries him. I mean, they lift him up.
And the thing is, once you get him to the 8th pole, you know, he's coming down the lane, and he can really shake a horse up good to give him that extra. And and lucky, that's why I put the blinkers on him. Without blinkers, he said I could hit him, and it wouldn't phase him. He just like stay the same. But with the blinkers, when he hits him, then it gets him into the race. So.
Are you planning on sending any horses to Keeneland or Churchill?
Yeah, I have one in opening day. I have Macias.
Right.
He's in the Transylvania.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll have the Game On Dude. I'll run him in the Bluegrass or the Coolmore.
But as far as a mass exodus, like some other trainers are doing, or some jockeys are leaving, you're planning on staying local?
I'm getting ready for Churchill. I want to. You know, I like Keeneland a lot, but I would like it much better if they put the dirt back in.
That horse that beat you in Sunland, pretty good horse?
Endorsement?
Yeah, he's a nice horse. He's a good-looking horse, and he looked good in the track. He looked really good in the paddock, you know. And so, you know, I knew once they graded it, it's going to be a tough race. He was a nice horse, and you know, to make the big jump up like that in Conveyance, but I don't think the Conveyance. He didn't really run his race. He was, you know, because if he would have, he just gave it in too early. So, and he was really tired because in the Oaklawn, he ran some pretty fast fractions, and he came back. He wasn't even tired, and the next day he was just an animal. And there he was exhausted. He came back here. He was exhausted. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, something. I don't know if the air hit him or I don't know what, but something was not right with him. So he's much better horse than that.
Is there any post that you don't want Lucky to draw today?
We never talk about that because then you can really jinx yourself. That's one thing I've learned in this business. Never say what post you don't want because you will get it. I'll never forget. I was with what's that little guy from leading trainer from Chicago? Little guy.
Wayne Catalano. Yeah.
He had, remember that crypto? No, it was Crypto Star or some of those. He'd won the Louisiana Derby. So they're getting ready to draw. That's when they had the regular draw. And Wayne, he's a great guy, you know. And he's sitting next to me. I just met him and stuff. We're talking. And this reporter comes up right before and he goes, "Bob, is there one specific hole you don't want?" I go, "Yes, but I'm not going to say it." He said, "Okay." And he goes, "Mr. Catalano, is there one hole?" He says, "Yeah, I don't want the one hole." I said, "Wayne, why did you say that for? Now you're going to get it." "Oh, I'm not going to get it." "One." "Told you." And he said, after that, he said, "Hey, I don't say it anymore." I said, "Man, you'll just put yourself in there." And it happened here with,
hey Kevin, Mike Wellman.
I think it was,
do you know about what time will be drawn the Derby?
I think it was Richard's kid in some race or something, or one of Arnold Zetcher's horses. He said they asked him, somebody asked him any hole. I go, and then Mr. Zetcher goes, "Oh, we don't want the one hole." I said, "Rich, don't ever say that again, Arnold. I'm telling you." I said, "Jinx, now you're gonna get it." Sure enough, boom. So now he's like, "Oh, I'm not saying." Never say.
That was my guess. Okay, thanks.
That's not clear your face. Huh? They don't have the.
You made it.
They have a very good flavor. They're just not in your face.
No, for the... Huh? I got this business. Are you going to do this? No. This is the 10th race in the book. It goes out to 6 for 10. 10, 6, 10. Yes, 10, 6, 10.